Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys. In today's video I want to share my thoughts on Junoon Noir from Haramain. I have a decant of this fragrance right here and I have received throughout the years quite a few questions about this fragrance, so I was thinking, why not, let me just finally film a video on this fragrance. Now in today's video I want to let you know how this fragrance smells like, how it develops, if I find it similar to other fragrances, do I enjoy it, who I feel like would enjoy it, how it performs, how it develops. Basically it will be more of an in-depth review, but I will try to make it very quick. So without further ado, let's just start. For the sake of the video, I will actually apply it on my skin, because I feel like to be able to describe you how this fragrance smells like the best, it's easier to do it from my skin than from a test strip. I have to say, you guys, for quite a while, before I've tried this fragrance, I have actually misjudged it a little bit. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm usually not a citrus lover, and for some reason I thought this fragrance would be overly citrusy, overly zingy, acidic, refreshing, revigorating, energizing, that type of citrus accord, but that cannot be further from the truth, you guys. But let me tell you how this fragrance smells like. Okay, so this opens up with a citrus accord indeed. You have listed lime. I pick up lime from the get-go. But the way the lime accord is done here, first things first, it feels very gentle. It's not the kind of lime accord that feels refreshing, zingy, acidic. It's not a citrus accord that's too highlighted, too multifaceted by any means. It feels a little bit cold. It feels, if anything, like lime juice in my mind. So it's cold for sure. It adds this icy cold lime juice facet in the opening, but it doesn't feel revigorating, energizing, refreshing, shower gel leaning by any means. It's very smooth and gentle, and let's to say well-rounded type of citrus accord to me. So you have this lime accord that sits on a beautiful creamy muted type of base. I pick right from the start a gentle creamy sandalwood. Now the sandalwood here, it's very creamy and dense and round, muted. Keep this aspect in mind. I can say that it goes milky like tonic. For my taste it doesn't go into that direction, or let's just say to my nose it doesn't go into that direction, but it does feel very creamy and smooth and round and soft and enveloping in a way. So you have this citrus accord that feels vibrant, yes, but gentle and smooth at the same time, on that beautiful creamy sandalwood base with vanilla. The vanilla, I feel like at this moment on doesn't even shine as much. I feel like it's only from the heart till the dry down where the vanilla actually moves forward and starts to contribute more to the fragrance, let's just say scent-wise, texture-wise. And I also pick up, I know it has listed kumquat, I hope this is how you pronounce it. I've never smelled it, nor have I ever tried anything like that in my life. But I can tell you, to my nose, it smells like a fusion between a pear and a nectarine, or like a pear and a peach, but get the scent of those two, but make it very aquatic. This is how I would describe you the fruity accord. So you do have also a gentle fruity touch in the opening. I'm guessing it's the kumquat. Again, never smelled it, tried it, tasted it, but I do pick up this gentle fruity accord. But how to describe you? It's gentle, it's aquatic, but at the same time it's not a blue type of aquatic, it's a very dewy type of aquatic, you know, and it has this transparency throughout it. So you get the lime, you get this transparent, like something from a pear with something from a peach in a way type of fruity accord, with the beautiful creamy sandalwood, with the beautiful vanilla. And this is how it smells like in the opening, you guys. Right from the start, don't purchase this fragrance expecting it to be the next Bismuth fragrance, expecting this fragrance to be so strong that, let's just say, everyone as you're walking down the street will be able to smell this fragrance. To me, what Haramain created with this fragrance, they created a fragrance that feels classy. Not classic, like dated by any means, because to me this is quite a timeless blend. I can't really say that it goes in and out of style. This is the kind of fragrance that smells good now, smelled good, I'm guessing, in 2018 when it was released, and it will smell good in like 10-15 years. Is that type of timeless, classic beauty in terms of fragrances, you know what I mean? So from this perspective, keep in mind the performance. I'd say it's average, but the strength of the scent, it's not overemphasized in a way. I feel like it's more gentle, it's more muted. It's that type of fragrance that you could wear if you work in an office environment, let's just say, I don't know, in your corporate world. It's that type of fragrance that you could wear in closed spaces, in open spaces. You can wear it, like I've mentioned, when you are going to work, after work, let's just say maybe you're going out with your friends, with your coworkers, to grab a drink, to grab a bite, I don't know, for a walk in the park. Is that type of fragrance that in my mind is that effortlessly feminine, put together, but again, in a very chic and effortless manner. To me, the word that best describes this fragrance is this lightheartedness that it has, is this effortlessly flowing energy that it has. You know what I mean? This fragrance just feels like it envelops you, but in a very gentle, cozy, a little bit of a fuzzy, smooth type of blanket of scent. So as this fragrance stays on your skin, it does go through a development. I can't really say that it's a linear fragrance, though keep in mind the development, I'd say it's more of a simplistic, straightforward development. It's not the kind of fragrance that feels very complex or ambiguous or creative or anything like this. To me, the main aspects that I have noticed as this fragrance stays on my skin, first things first, you lose the citrusy touch. I also lose that gentle, ambiguous, let's just say aquatic fruity accord. I don't pick it up. And to me, what happens, you guys, is first things first, the sandalwood moves forward, so it feels even more warm. Also, the vanilla starts to shine much more. The vanilla here, it's done in a way that feels elevated, that feels refined, that feels elegant and put together. I can't say that it's a vanilla accord that feels overly sweet. The sweetness is not the focal point of this fragrance to my nose. I'd say if anything, it's the creaminess is the focal point, and that beautiful citrusy touch that adds such a distinctive aspect in the opening. But the vanilla to me works. Of course, it does add sweetness like any other vanilla accord would naturally, but it's not a gourmand vanilla accord. It's not the kind of vanilla accord that feels edible, that feels lickable, if anything. You know, it's not the kind of vanilla accord that you come across in desserts. It's not the kind of vanilla accord that feels sugared, for instance, like you have in Vanilla 28 by Kayali. To me, the vanilla, like I've mentioned, feels elegant, feels classy and put together. It does add a little bit of sweetness, but if anything, I think it works much more in the texture department of the fragrance, let's just say, so it holds the body of the fragrance. You know, this fragrance, even though it's soft and gentle and muted, but it doesn't feel like it floats off your skin like a cloud of fragrance. You know, it feels like it has, yeah, basically it holds the other notes, you know, so it maintains the richness of the fragrance. Yeah, this is how the fragrance smells like to me, you guys. Again, I start to pick up some gentle floral accents, but I think the florals, if anything, think they just add, again, to my nose, a breezy floral dimension to the fragrance. So at no moment throughout the development of the fragrance, not in the opening, not in the hard part, not in the dry down, this fragrance feels, let's just say, overbearing or too thick, too robust, too dense, too suffocating by any means. It maintains somewhat of a, not really lightheartedness, somewhat of this light, bright energy about it, you know? And I think this aspect makes it feel very wearable on a day-to-day basis. I do start to pick up gentle powdery facets. The powdery doesn't feel like a soapy type of powder. The powderiness doesn't feel like a makeupy type of powder. If anything, it feels a little bit dusty powdery. I think this is the best way to describe the powdery accord, but again, it's blended in such a way that it doesn't cut from the richness of the fragrance and from the density that this fragrance has. To me, this is such a well-constructive, balanced fragrance, you guys. Again, I know this is an inspiration to Dama Bianca from Zerjoff, if I remember correctly. Honestly, I think I've smelled that fragrance at my local Douglas, but I'm not sure if I remember much about the fragrance. If anything, I've only smelled it on a test strip, so unfortunately I'm not able to compare the two. But I will say, judging this fragrance, Junoon Noir from Haramain, as a standalone fragrance, to me this is a classic, timeless beauty. This was created for the woman that, I don't know why, for some reason feels, I'm imagining when I smell this fragrance, that the woman is very gentle, she's warm, she's caring, she's soft, she's very feminine, but a femininity that feels more womanly, if anything. It's not the kind of feminine energy that feels very flirty or playful or giggly or youthful, or, you know, it's not that type of energy to me. This energy to me feels just very collected, effortlessly feminine and womanly, but in a very warm and kind and gentle and loving manner. I don't know why, to me this fragrance feels very kind and warm and loving for some reason. Yeah. Yes, you guys, and let's just say from the heart till the dry down, I can say that I noticed significant changes. I'd say it's the vanilla with the sandalwood that's the focal point of the fragrance. But also throughout the development I pick up different accents that add again to the complexity of the composition. Like I've mentioned, a gentle dusty powdery facet, some breezy florals there, but none cut from the richness of the fragrance, none cut from that beautiful creaminess of the fragrance. So yeah, to me this is a citrusy, creamy sandalwood with something vanillic, something a little bit powdery, something a little bit floral, but all in all just very effortlessly elevated and feminine. Yeah, this is pretty much how this fragrance smells like to me, you guys. Now, what can I tell you about this fragrance? Is it a beautiful release? For sure, it's a beautiful release. It's the kind of fragrance that because of the smoothness of the blend, because of how balanced and harmonious all the notes are, they feel like they just flow with one another, you know. I don't pick up anything harsh, anything sharp, anything alcoholic, or anything that would cut from the creaminess of the fragrance. I'd say all these qualities combined, to my nose, make this fragrance smell much more expensive than its price. Now, is this the kind of fragrance that I would recommend to any women out there, or to any woman out there? I'd say it depends, you guys. It depends a lot on your taste and what you are looking to add to your collection, let's just say. If you are looking to add a fragrance that feels very flirty and playful and, I don't know, provocative by any means, this is not the kind of fragrance. Neither is this the type of fragrance I would recommend you to try. If you are looking for a fragrance that feels very ambiguous, complex, artistic, creative, bold and daring, this is not it. But if you are looking for a day-to-day fragrance that you can wear in so many different occasions, that is not even worth starting to mention them all. If you are looking for a fragrance that feels extremely versatile, and like I've mentioned, that all in all just embodies this gentle, warm, loving, womanly energy about it, but at the same time it's not sporty to me. It's not sporty nor casual. Though is the type of fragrance that you could dress it up, dress it down. To me, if anything, it's effortlessly chic and put together and timeless. This is how I would describe this fragrance. In that situation, then yes, I would definitely 1000% recommend you to test this fragrance. Of course, if you have the chance, start with a sample, start with a decant, test it on your skin, give your nose time, but test it you guys, because it's such a beautiful release. And it's that type of Middle Eastern fragrance that, to me, if anything, will stand the test of time. Like I've mentioned, this smells good now, this will smell good in 5 years, this will smell good in 10 years. It's such a classic blend. It's such a classic, harmonious composition. I don't know how women, let's just say, who are very young, perhaps like, I don't know, like 15, 16 and above, would feel about this composition, because I know what kind of fragrances I enjoyed back then. So from this perspective on, I would recommend it to women, I don't know, like 20 and above. But this is so relative, because let me tell you, at like 18, 19, 20, 21, I didn't have the taste in fragrances that would be normal, let's just say, for someone at that age, you know. Like at 20, 21, I was in my like heavy rose and oud era. So yeah, also a lot of heavy hitters from Mugler, like Mas Mysterio. Yeah, so from this perspective, I'd say test it. If you felt a calling to try this fragrance, try it, because it's a brilliant release, you guys. And again, it smells much more expensive than its price. So yes, this is everything I wanted to tell you about this fragrance. If you have tried this fragrance, let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you enjoy it. Let me know if you find it similar to other fragrances. Let me know how does it perform on your skin. Let me know if you love to use it alone or layered. All in all, you guys, I would just love to hear your feedback on this fragrance as well. I will close out the video now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram. I will leave my handle here if you want to do that. What can I tell you? I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.